This video will demonstrate the skills a swimmer may use in order to successfully pass the Berea College swim competency. The skills demonstrated here are basic skills of survival. The screening is essentially two parts. A. Jump into deep water and swim, demonstrating two different strokes. And B. Jump into the water and tread and float for 5 minutes. The assessment is usually completed in the PEH 100 Introduction to Lifetime Wellness course. If a student does not pass the swim screen, then he or she must subsequently register for and pass PED 200 Survival Swimming or PED 209 Intermediate Swimming in order to graduate from Berea College. First, we will demonstrate safely jumping from the edge of the pool into deep water. Notice the toes are wrapped around the edge to prevent slipping. Jump away from the pool edges, submerge, and surface. Without touching the pool edges or lane lines, demonstrate that you can use two different strokes, one on the front and one on the back, for the length of the pool, which is a 25-yard distance. Pregnant women or others with exceptional medical reason may instead ease in from the side, submerge, and continue. When swimming on the front, there are several strokes you may use. You must demonstrate one successful swim stroke on your front for half the length, roll over, and continue swimming on your back for the duration of the length. Here are demonstrations of a variety of strokes from which to choose. It is also possible to create hybrids of these strokes, whatever propels you in a horizontal position on the surface towards safety, or in this case to the other end of the pool. Demonstrated here is doggy paddle, front crawl stroke, and breaststroke. At midpoint, the swimmer must roll over from the front onto the back without touching the wall, lane line, and without standing up. After a successful rollover, the swimmer continues on his or her back. Demonstrated here are several possible strokes on the back. Again, you may use stroke hybrids, whatever propels you in a horizontal position on the surface, towards safety, or in this case, to the finish. Demonstrated here is the back flutter kick with finning arms, elementary backstroke, and back crawl stroke. When you reach the wall, you may stand up and exit the pool via the ladder. Part B of the swim competency screening is to jump into deep water and tread and float for 5 minutes. Following the jump-in entry, you must demonstrate 1 minute of effective treading technique, followed by 4 more minutes of treading, floating, or a combination of skills, demonstrating that you can survive on the surface of deep water with the face out of the water for a total of 5 minutes. Effective sculling arms should look like this. Notice the bent arms remain just beneath the surface, pulling and pushing the water both directions while keeping the palms facing mostly down. To effectively scull the water in both directions, notice this swimmer is turning thumbs down slightly while pulling back and thumbs up slightly while pushing forward. When practicing this, you should never see the entire palm or you will be bobbing yourself underwater. Supportive kicks may include the breaststroke kick, rotary kick, and scissors kick. Swim screen evaluators will not accept a flutter kick as a supportive treading kick. For the breaststroke kick, Notice the swimmer flexes the hips, knees, and ankles while recovering the leg up, then stretches the legs with feet wider than the knees before pressing down with the legs, the instep of the foot, and squeezing the legs closer to one another. These mechanics effectively bob or lift the swimmer up toward the surface, all the while using effective sculling arms. The rotary kick is mechanically similar to the breaststroke kick, but with an asymmetrical leg action similar to a marching cadence. Again, notice the flexion at the hip, knee, and ankle as the swimmer is recovering one leg up before rotating at the knee, stretching the foot wider than the knee, then pressing the leg down, providing upward lift. For an effective scissors kick, notice the front bent leg steps forward with a flexed ankle, while the back bent leg steps back with a pointed toe. The legs then nearly extend, press down, and squeeze together to provide upward lift. Notice the ankles do not cross as in a flutter kick. After several kicks, you may, however, switch leading legs. After 1 minute of treading, you may float with the face remaining out of the water for the duration of the remaining 4 minutes. Some bodies float better in a vertical position, which is also acceptable, as long as the face remains out of the water. You may use a combination of treading and floating to complete these remaining minutes. At the completion of this task, you must swim to the side and exit the pool via the ladder.